Great start.
Thank you.
That's how you end it.
Must say, this is the first time I'm ever getting a driver fitting.
Oh, really? You never forget your first.
See how it goes. It's gotta be dark and it's gotta be fun.
It's not how you drive, it's how you ride.
Bam.
Wow. Yeah, brilliant.
So I've kind of had this guy, call it my COVID present,
Okay.
to remind me of all the lockdowns and every period where I couldn't play golf. Got it as a special off the internet, clicked. I had always wanted to get one of these. So I wore the golf,
Okay.
which kind of helped me because I got confident after hitting it. I had a very ancient driver created. It had its days, and day with the announcement of the lockdown, I broke the shaft on that. So it was the all tech, so you couldn't change shaft. Then I got one of these guys, couldn't play it. The shaft all over the place because it was just literally whatever was there on the store.
Okay.
COVID opened, and now I was trying to figure out how to actually hit it. The famous F9 was what I had hit into, and I had not gotten to hit there. So I knew for a fact, like, I definitely want something that's obviously F9 as an advancement to it.
Yes.
Got this guy, jammed it a lot, and you can see all the battle scars. Just want some money where it needed to. It is a good upgrade, and I'm looking forward to this whole experience.
Cool. Brilliant. You obviously have your current driver in your hands there, the Cobra Speed Zone, our 2020 model. Obviously good reviews. As everyone knows, F9 got Cobra on the map pretty well. Similar technology. You'll see the weight placements, obviously, one towards the face. With first time off F9, we've introduced the Speed Zone, which was this current beta player, the Extreme driver, where it's sitting at the back. But you obviously handle this head a lot better, seeing that you're very good. Do some testing on this, and then obviously compare it to the new Darkspeed, which is 2024 model. Huge improvement in tech, a lot more versatility. The Speed Zone, we only had the two heads, this one and the Extreme, whereas with the Darkspeed, we have our low spinning head, the X model, and then also the Max. As we go along and play around with technology, we're broadening the possibilities for golfers. Let's get cracking, see how it goes, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get him. Send it. Great start.
Yeah. Okay.
So I take it the Arsenal shape's a cut. Best shape in the book. Okay, so you can see already, obviously launching it easily, great spin rate, and you can never get angry at a 300-meter drive.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's hit a few more.
Give it another beating. Oh, look at the ball. The ball doesn't want to cooperate. I bet you it's scared, right?
Cool. Shot. Oof.
All right.
That's a good beating.
Okay. I must say, this is the first time I'm ever getting a driver fitting.
Oh, really?
I've never gone through this experience.
You never forget your first.
Yeah, so it's really going to be fun figuring out how to actually make this thing so performant, because it's been super great to me all along.
Look, for a cut player to keep that spin rate below 3,000, it's brilliant. It's good control.
Moved a little more there.
Yeah, a little bit. Still, brilliant spin rate.
So I take it those grids here up like what, 10 meters apart? When I'm looking here, there's lines.
Yeah, so check the dispersion. Your average offline, but I mean, we're obviously in the studio now.
Yeah.
On course, it's a different ballgame. This white line is your alignment, but on course, you will obviously compensate for it differently. So what we usually do is this. That's obviously going to be your starting line. Still, the yellow flag is still our target, which is the fairway.
Yeah.
But this is how you're obviously going to compensate on course.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to feel too hard on yourself. I mean, that might feel like a push for you, but we're just aligning straight. Answer your question, that's basically your average offline shot.
Yeah.
21 meters to the right.
I can point out in the fairway and be fine.
Yes, correct. But let's quickly check how this goes now. So we've obviously aligned a little bit to the left, but the yellow flag is still our target.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. So that's much more realistic. Seemed like a little bit of a spinny shot. Yeah, cool. So the first time we went above 3,000, but I mean, you're a fade player.
Yeah.
So let me tell you this, rather the devil you know.
Yeah.
We're obviously working with your Arsenal shape here. That's just the thing for a fade player. You're going to get your bad shots in inverted commas. That is still not bad. I mean, to keep it at 3-2, it's not Hayward.
Yeah.
Launching it easily. And I mean, if we look at the weighting at the bottom, see, so that's where we actually can change this head. It's still the speed zone.
Okay.
It's, I mean, tech is 4 years back, but by obviously swapping this heavier weight to the front, creates a higher MOI.
Okay.
You'll see less spin in the head. I mean, it's not like you have a problem launching the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever played around with this weighting or...
So to be honest, there was a point where I was like fiddling a lot.
Yeah.
Then I realized like I'm getting so confused with myself. Changed the whole degrees, then the sway, stuck with this to try and just
Yes,
keep it,
absolutely.
you know, kind of fit myself, I'd say, from what I'm seeing into what this was doing. I never ended up playing around with them.
Yes.
But my idea was if I have weight at the back, then maybe it helps me launch the ball.
Yes. No, absolutely. That's the correct approach. And I mean, when it comes to fittings, you know, golf's already tough. It makes it even more difficult when one fiddles and doesn't trust the club. And I mean,
Correct.
at the end of the day, your mind needs to be right today. It's not how you drive, it's how you arrive.
I like that.
We go
Arrive
to the
alive.
Wow. That's really good. Spin, heading nice and up on the golf ball.
I'm going to give this thing a beating of its life.
Awesome.
Got this weird thing that lately where if I don't step into the ball with the right routine, I just feel like I leave the ball so right.
Yeah, look, pre-shot routine is extremely important,
I've got this.
as seen on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Okay. That's how you end it.
Oh, yeah?
So, it's actually cool. It's a similar setup, brand new 2024 Hazardous Blackout Edition. This is the X head we're going to give a go. You'll see, basically the same concept as the Speed Zone. Only difference we did here now, which we're going to get started testing on, is the heavier weight towards the front. Higher MOI, we're going to see less spin coming out of this. Obviously have that weighting at the back, still give you that launch. And I see with your current setup, you obviously have the 9-degree head set up to 10.5. So usually when it comes to fittings, it's ideal for me to keep the coupling standard as is, because obviously if you add loft to a head, you're going to start messing around with the lie angle. So we're going to get started with the standard 10.5. See how that goes. This is now obviously Darkspeed X head. You have the heavier weight towards the front, planned higher MOI. That's still going to help you launch the ball. This head is slightly more forgiving. Like I said, with your speed zone, you have the 9 bumped up to 10, but this is going to be the standard 10.5 head set true. We don't want to mess around with the lie angle. Want to keep it as neutral as possible.
Changes the lie angle.
Yes, correct. So to add loft on the driver, the driver is going a little bit upright by adding the loft, correct?
Okay.
You obviously just want to keep it a little bit standard. So, I mean, that's your last shot on the speed zone. You see your lie plus 5.5. I can show it to you this way as well. See, that's where the driver is sitting a little bit upright through impact, which in your case is actually not a bad thing. You are a fade player, so extra loft is going to help you. Same process, same swing. I don't want you to change a thing.
Darkspeed, this is the first ever hit. See how it goes. It's got to be dark and it's got to be fun. Okay.
Right, first one.
With enough data, you can make better changes. Love it. Okay.
Actually in a little draw now. Like I explained with the loft, you're gonna start seeing this a little bit with that heavier weight being towards the front. You obviously played it the other way around with the speed zone. This is obviously a new setup now, something to get used to. Let's hit one more. If it's still reacting like that, I'm just gonna swap the weights around.
Okay.
And see how that goes. Okay, wow.
Wow. That is gone. That is gone.
Okay, let's keep it there for now. Great launch, basically perfect spin rate. Just gonna get rid of that left outlier. Oh, look, you're basically going from a VW Polo to an M6 now.
All right, figure out how
Gotta
to
get
keep
used to the speed,
on
you know?
Yeah. Keep it on the tarmac, eh? It does go. Wow. It does go.
Jeez.
It feels stable, I must say. I feel like I can just go at it
Yeah.
and not worry or feel like I should be tentative.
Jeez, look at that spin rate, sitting at 993. So that is where it's getting a little bit too low.
Yeah.
Obviously want the ball to drift through the air as well. Look, distance is awesome. There's nothing wrong with that.
From a spin rate perspective, is there such a thing as too low?
Yes,
Okay.
that's literally where you see the ball. I would say if it's too low on a bad day, you'll just see the ball dying through the air.
Or just, all right.
Look, you need that spin rate. I would say
Actually,
perfect spin rate for a driver, you're looking at around 2,200.
Okay.
Yes, just to keep the consistency.
Yeah.
Look, can't get angry at a 325 meter drive,
Yeah.
but I would say on an off day, you still need a little bit of spin on the ball. So let's try one more, and I'm going to swap those weights around.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that previous shit.
Yes.
Gotta be consistent.
That's it.
I did feel like my hands got.
See, so that's what I've explained now. The
Yeah.
ball's just dying through the air. Let's check. It's cool to do this. Okay, cool. So obviously the first option, we had the 12 gram weight towards the front. That obviously creates more MOI in the head, but also reduces the spin. But currently the spin is too low. If it's below 1,000, like we saw with that last shot, the ball's just going to die through the air. So that's not ideal. Just going to see how this goes. And then if it's needed, we're also going to play around with different shafts.
It is long.
This is looking good. And we're trying to keep it as similar as possible, but obviously also get the improvements. Sweet.
So how far as I got? 350.
To the pin.
Yeah.
I reckon you can get there.
Yeah.
Full send.
Oh God.
See, already we're seeing a difference there.
Almost getting to that green.
You can definitely, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
All right. I
And
see
I
what you
said
mean
before
now.
this,
I see what you
perfect spin rate, 2,200.
Two.
Boom. Look, we're seeing a change in the shape currently.
Yeah.
Like I've explained, that's due to the loft. But personally, how do you feel about the draw?
I feel like it's something I just want it consistent. If it's one side,
Yes.
then I can work with it. Like that fade cut was also just an outcome, which I was
Yes.
confident with, and then all I do is I just plan it. I don't see that dispersion being too big enough that I can aim it in a fairway,
Yeah, so currently, this is what we're sitting with. So see, it's a whole different ball game currently.
Maybe
So
trying to find like the widest point anyway.
and I mean to run the comparison between the two. So this is already showing you the massive jump in tech.
Yeah.
So obviously on your very left, it's the ball speed.
Okay.
Geez, we got that up by 5 miles per hour average. Launch, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Spin rate, look, that last one is where we want it to be. So don't be too hard on yourself on that average. That last one is where we change the weighting a little bit. But look at that last one specifically.
Yeah. And
So-
from a numbers perspective, that's
Correct.
massive.
So like I've explained, you need that little bit of spin rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carrying at 297, rolling out to 323, that's huge. You can't get angry at that.
Yeah.
So let's have a few more. See, we're getting there.
I think we're feeling it. Send it again. I do feel like I am swinging this way though.
We'll check the club head data now. Look, the path is not bad, but those are the numbers for the draw.
Yeah.
You would know. Obviously, a player, that is basically what happened in that shot. So obviously swinging it nicely to the right,
Yeah.
just a little bit of a closed club face.
Okay.
Let's have another shot.
Should be moving better.
No, that's
I feel
fine.
like I'm rubbing the ground a bit there.
Okay. I believe this option, what we did with the weighting, is good. Just think we need to try another shaft. Like the option in the head, I just think we need to try another shaft. So this is the LinQ Blue. So this is a mid-launch, mid-spinning shaft, still extra stiff. But I think that'll definitely perform a little bit better. Look, we're seeing the difference in tech, no doubt about it. Definitely going to hit it further. We just want to keep that spin rate in control.
Damn, that closer off shaft was poor. So it was a good feeling to hear that.
And spanking.
Yeah.
Like, so I like the 10.5. We're going to stick with this.
Okay.
Sweet.
Brand new shaft, fresh grip. And tell you what, came all the way to Africa to get into my hand. Alrighty. Looks a lot tighter.
Okay, already a much better reaction.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay, much better spin rate. Right.
Wow. 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 There's what we're looking for.
Okay, so there's your standard shape. Great stuff. Okay, so
Hey.
that's definitely the spin I want to see. So that should feel more similar. Little drop kick, that's fine.
I think it's my ball position. The tees feel like they're quite short. We've got one of those, you know, those jumbo tees.
Well, I mean, I have one for you. We can try for interest's sake.
Oh damn, no, that's too
This
long.
thing's very, yeah, correct.
long.
Long drive champs.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Go!
That thing's going. Wow.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
That is huge.
It's that ball position.
Wow.
Gets fun now. Okay.
343, ladies and gentlemen.
Reckon we can get it to 360, yeah.
Okay, wow. No, you're a baller, bro.
Oh, geez.
You're
Thanks,
a baller.
man. You are. Give it a little toey. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
still
another thing.
good, but one thing I want to try
Yeah.
is, look, you're obviously used to the 9-degree head.
Yeah.
We're getting where we want to be. I mean, getting out to 343 is awesome. So what I want to try now, same head, we're just going to go to the 9-degree. Sweet. So we've been seeing the ball favoring the left-hand side a little bit. We obviously want to keep him playing the cut. We're seeing better spin rate numbers. So we're just going to move to the 9, see whether we can straighten it out a bit. Going to do the exact same thing on this head, moving the heavier one towards the back so that we can see a little bit of the spin rate. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Right. What do we have here?
So this is the 9-degree head. Same setup like we had. I just want to see if we can cancel out that little left shape. I think we'll be able to do that. Look, it's 1.5 degree difference, but at the end of the day, the smallest tweak in this game becomes your biggest gain.
So the head itself is actually 9 degrees.
Correct.
Whereas that one was 10.5.
Correct.
So by setup, everything comes standardized.
Yes. Like I said, I want to keep the coupling as standard as possible.
Awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Is there something like integrity that gets maintained when you do that? Or is that like something that you're looking for because you have like all the different configurations here?
Yeah, look, we only start going out of our comfort zone when we see, look, you're obviously a fade player, that's your Arsenal shape.
Yeah.
By that standard 10.5 lofting, you're going to see that. There's no doubt about that. But even if this still comes out to the left, that's where we start playing around. You know, that's where we take the 10.5 and set it down to 9, like I've explained earlier. So if your lie angle goes a little bit more flat, you're obviously going to see the right-hand side.
Yeah.
So we refer to, in the industry, as face plane tilt. So obviously if your loft is like this, it goes upright, and you put a T on the face, you'll see it favor left and vice versa.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I get you.
And the smallest tweak, I mean,
It's like means a lot.
in my opinion, lie angle is actually everything,
Yeah. Okay.
especially when it comes to irons. But I mean, we're going to see, I mean, your lie angle is already better than the speed zone.
Yeah.
Speed zone, we were sitting at like 6 degrees upright, where we're sitting at 3.5 now. But let's quickly check how this 9-degree reacts. Because you don't have a problem launching the ball.
Yeah.
You're hitting nice and up on it.
Significantly lower.
Still spinning low as well. Let's check here. I see slightly lower, but still launching it at 15 degrees. It's still decent.
Was going.
Okay. Spin is already a lot lower. Let's have one more. A little bit high on the face. So let's just quickly check where we are currently. So we've already tried a few options. So let's quickly dive deep. So obviously the yellow one is your current driver. So we can get a realistic dispersion. That's where we're sitting currently. That's the spin rate we want to keep it at. Darkspeed X 10.5. Not bad, a little bit all over the show, but I mean that 10.5 head did very well. Obviously have the quickest ball speed. Realistic launch, we're keeping that spin on 2000, which is still, I won't say it's on the low side. That launch and that spin is actually sublime. And I mean for that average carry and total distance, that's insane. You'll see that the dispersion is a little bit big, but like I've explained earlier, that extra loft, we're putting you on the other side of the spectrum now. Having that loft, you're going to see a more draw shape. And you're not against that, eh?
No, not. It's actually more of an annoyance that I have that fade and it moves a lot more right.
Yeah.
Like I do prefer being a lot more left because I'm more comfortable kind of aiming and missing it on the left side.
Okay.
So it's not anything I'm scared of when it comes to a driver.
Brilliant.
Because I'm also making choices off the tee that kind of promote the actual dispersion itself in the first place. I wouldn't be more concerned about missing it that much left compared to how I was missing it to the right.
Correct. But I mean, this already shows us that the 9 degree, I mean, it's only been a few shots, but you're a great player, so we'll be able to distinguish the best option quickly. Yeah. So I'm going to remove that.
Okay.
Definitely take that out. Go back to the 10.5, because I mean, it's chalk and cheese at the moment. Your carry distance with the 10.5 is your total with the speed zone. So
yeah, that's
it's it shows you, and you obviously have the quickest ball speed, and 170 being your average.
That means there's a couple that might be, I mean, a deviation from 3.8. So
yeah, like I said, the dispersion is big. It's a brand new driver. As soon as you're going to get used to it, you'll see that get a lot tighter. Okay, we've obviously explored our options, like you saw. The X 10.5 head did extremely well with this shaft. Getting it out to 343, I think that's probably a PB in the studio, to tell you the truth. We're going to try the LS head now. Like I've explained earlier, we've gone out of our comfort zones in terms of driver manufacturing. So if you look at the head this way, obviously the X only had the 2 here. Here we have 3 ports now. So you still have your 12 gram weight and 3 gram weight, but compared to the last year's model, Aerojet, we only had the 2 here at the front, where we started seeing, people struggling getting it into the air. But introducing this new guy, absolutely brilliant. So heavier weight being towards the heel doesn't necessarily make a draw bias. You'll see on the head it says neutral. So this is currently at neutral setting. The reason why I want to try this head is if we're still going to see that little left shape, we'll be able to swap these around to make it that fade bias.
Okay, I get
So an extremely versatile head, but it is for your better player. And to chat about the tech, it's obviously got a higher crown here.
Okay.
Where you'll see with the X sits a little bit lower, seems a little bit bigger. This is a 358cc compared to your 360cc. I mean, you have to look very closely to see it, but I mean, player of your caliber, you'll see it straight away.
I mean, I hit my 3 wood better, so
I'm pretty sure we're going to see like a more penetrating trajectory with this as well. So let's quickly change it up here, see how it goes.
Darkspeed LS, the famous Darkspeed.
Correct.
What would Bryson do? He's a 370.
Sweet.
All right.
Let's check.
Not the best hit, but for that outcome, I'd pay money.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. No. So, I mean, according to textbook, this head should spin lower, but I mean, we've been seeing with so many fittings where guys actually generate a little bit of more spin with this head, which makes it interesting. But I mean, shaft combo and head combo is obviously also, extremely important. Not a bad start, so let's crack a few more. Yeah, see, so by that shape, I can instantly turn these little weights around, then you'll see the difference. So I'm going to take this 12 gram weight, place it more towards the toe, making it a fade bias driver. And I mean, you'll even in the feel, you'll see for yourself. We obviously, in the speed zone, we had that milled infinity face. We're making use of the hot face now, which we've recently introduced. So you would know it's that 15 different spots across the face. So even if it's like a toe strike or heel strike, you'll see consistent ball speed numbers and distance. It's been doing very well for us.
The speed zone was the first that you did that's infinity CNC milled face.
Yes. Yes, correct. So you'll notice the first time we had that CNC milled face, we actually launched it with the F8 driver.
Oh, okay.
But that was more, an insert in the driver where the speed zone was actually infinity across the whole face. And that's been doing very well for us, but this is obviously a huge improvement. Boom, baby. Wow. That's how you drive.
It feels like it's leaving the face. Like it's like everything went behind that ball.
Yeah, so that hot face is actually an acronym for highly optimized topology.
Okay.
Yes, just forgiveness
Yeah.
all over the driver. This game's already tough. You obviously want to make it as easy as possible.
Oh, so you mean the topology on the face itself?
Yes,
like having
correct.
multiple points that are optimized.
Correct.
For,
15 different
15
points
different
across the
points.
whole face.
I mean,
It's a no-brainer.
any hacker is definitely going to find at least one of those 15, eh?
Correct.
It's not 18, but at least 15, eh? The other 3 are just for the part 3s. You shouldn't be driving there.
Now we're talking. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Oh, God. Get on the green. Wow.
Jeez, bro.
Okay. Damn.
Come on, the LS.
Yeah. It's famous for a reason.
Correct.
Wow.
And do you feel the difference between the two?
It just feels like it's going through.
Yes. No, look, this head's obviously definitely for your better player.
It's like massively different.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it. Like I feel like it's faster. It feels like I feel like I'm just going through the
Yeah, so this is our most aerodynamic drive.
Sure. Wow.
Jeez,
It's a no-brainer.
I think we found the one. Jeez, that spin is perfect. So see, like I said, even though this is the low spinning head, according to textbook, this head should spin the lowest.
The least.
But that is brilliant.
It feels like I can just go at it.
Absolutely. Full commitment.
Yeah. Okay.
And look, we've
That's correct.
Huh?
Zero.
okay. So that's why we're seeing those numbers. That's what Cobra drivers do to golf balls.
Oh, yeah. This guy's at needs a surgery. Won't be coming back.
That's the thing in the studio, you don't lose balls.
Yeah. Nothing goes out of bounds.
Correct. So we can actually remove that last shot. So that wasn't you, bro.
Yeah, definitely. The driver is too hot.
Correct. Boom, baby. Light the candle.
Get on.
Jeez, bro.
Okay. I think you're right.
I love seeing that spin rate. Wow. That is brilliant. So, just to go through it again, let's do a little deep dive. Look at that. It's obviously the little turquoise dispersion. So, the yellow one being the SZ.
Yeah.
I mean, we explored our options with the X head, and that's your difference currently. So the yellow one at the top, and look, you have the quickest ball speed with the LS. Seeing that more penetrating shape. So like I've explained earlier, the raised crown. For your better player, I mean a guy with your caliber in terms of club head speed and hitting nice and up in the golf ball, spin rate is beautiful. Like I've explained at the start, it's perfect. We're looking at around 2,200. Look at that, carrying it further than your total. So we managed to keep the same shape, tighter dispersion, and it's going further.
Man, miles difference.
Chalk and cheese.
Oh, babe.
It literally feels like cheating, bro.
It's a cheat code, eh? Aim it and send it.
Oh, that is brilliant. Okay, cool. So we've tried all of our options, even removed X statistics. This is where we're sitting with the LS head, which is the best conclusion yet. Yellow being your current driver, speed zone. Ball speed sitting at 165, which is already decent. Good launch, we had a good spin rate. I mean, those numbers are very, very good. But the LS 10.5 with this LinQ Blue extra stiff shaft, ball speed went up by 6 miles per hour. Launch a little bit more penetrating. Backspin's perfect. Literally 2 meters further in carry than your total distance with the speed zone. And we managed to get the version a lot tighter as well. If we go to the club head data, look at that huge difference. So that'll show you where you're striking average with the speed zone.
Yeah.
We're much more towards the middle now. Look at your efficiency that went up. And like I've said earlier as well, our most aerodynamic driver. Head speed went up by nearly 2 miles per hour and the efficiency went up by 0.03. That's huge. So usually when you see club head speed going up, I mean, efficiency is just a fancy word for strike. So it's your ball speed divided the club head speed. So as the club head speed gets higher, the ball speed must obviously catch up with it to get your full potential, which we have done. This is really brilliant option. And I'm excited for your part.
This is crazy, eh?
I think you're gonna make people very jealous. Well, I'm jealous.
No, this is definitely, that's a massive difference. I mean, from a total distance, that's probably even gonna get way more. I mean, I do feel very confident when I hit this, I must say. Like, it does feel like what you say, like the speed, I do feel it's faster.
Yes.
And compared to my previous driver, like I can almost feel like I can just go after this in a good tempo, and I'm getting those numbers. And
look, that's the thing about this head. I mean, the LS head, we have our aerodynamics, like I've explained earlier, in the X head. So it's obviously the LS being with the raised crown, aerodynamics going lower. So it's not like you need that forgiveness in the X head. Look, we've been doing well with it, but I mean, in terms of consistency, this is a no-brainer. It's chalk and cheese. And as soon as you're going to get used to it, that's just going to get tighter and tighter and tighter.
then I can always fly. I'm flying 300. Quite a couple of fairways there, I can definitely kind of.
Yeah, and we usually see better spin rates when we move the heavier weight towards the top to make it a fade bias.
Okay.
Which we needed for you.
Yeah.
I believe this is going to be your favorite driver yet. No doubt about it. Darkspeed.
Darkspeed.